So we got the nice brand new 4-inch lunker log. This beautiful color. And a wacky rig. About to smoke this little bass. Just caught one right here, so. Makes me pretty confident. And catch one down this bank. Got a little 4-inch wacky worm on there. 4-inch lunker log. Gotta give it a little bit more time to sink, a little bit slower. I mean, it is still a lunker log, so these things are packed with salt. So it should be sinking good already, but oh, that was a bite. Come on, man. Oh my gosh, I watched him grab it. Holy crap, first cast. First cast with a new wacky worm. Oh, and it flew off. Stop. Shh. Stop. Look at that. First cast on a new wacky worm. Got a nice little bass. Let's inspect the damage though. Ripped it right in half. Now we got ourselves a new net rig. Alright, back out with the little wacky rig. The new lunker log. See if we can get back to back little fishies. I think I might be in some grass. It's not preferable, but I bet they're still gonna bite it. Definitely sinks really fast because it's so salted. I'm telling you, always fish the bank before you get to it, because there's a nice little drop off right here that bass was sitting off of, and I watched him smoke it the last time. Ow. I watched him smoke it. Because he didn't see me because it was just down the bank. You know, if you could see, but it was a nice drop off, like 2.5, 3 foot out. We're gonna fish straight across this corner because it's pretty shallow all up in this corner. Really want like a sideways, really more for the sideways jerking motion to keep it in the water. We have snagged a lot on that one. One thing that I find helps snagging is probably because the hook's facing down, so you want to take the worm and just kind of slide it up on the hook a little bit. That way it weighs down the back side of the hook, and the hook likes to face up a little more. It does slide once you cast, but with a nice and fresher worm, shouldn't have too many issues with sliding. Now I can see the bank pretty well with these glasses on, and I can see that I'm not quite in the depth that I want to be. Like, the other day I had a really good look, 6 to 8 foot off the bank. And so this is only like 3 foot, 4 foot off the bank, so not quite where I want to be. I want to be a little farther out. Because that target's really the shallow. Because I mean, I can obviously see that they're not within 2 foot of the bank. Because I'm looking at the bank. And I can see that they're not there. That little 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot areas when it starts to get a little murky and cloudier. And then that 6 to 8 foot in this pond is where it drops off. And I bet you there's a fish out here something else drop off. And if they're any shallower or deeper, the action of a nice wacky rig should be enough to still entice them to bite. Snag, I think. Oh, got a fish. Yep, look at that. Come on. Quit now. It's hard being good sometimes. Look at that. Pretty feller. Free. Telling you. Perfect range is, I'd say 5 to 8 feet on this pond, especially because it's got a nice bank. It's got a nice clear bank, and then it drops off into some more grassy stuff where they would be hiding. But yeah, like generally, once they get a nibble of it, they want it. And you don't have to worry about waiting too long unless, you know, you don't want to wait too long and like gut hook them, let them swallow it. That's nowhere near preferable. But, you know, if you're not sure if it is a fish, you can 100% let it, just keep popping it. And when you're popping across and you reel back, you just want to do a nice little, like, just a short little pull and see if it actually is a fish. Make sure that it is a fish before you go completely ham on it and hook that into your friend. But generally, the reason that they don't spit it out is because, I think that was grass. Generally, the reason they don't spit it out is because if it's supposed to mimic a bait fish that's dying and flopping in the water, they're probably going to be expecting it to flop while it's in its mouth. So if you're not sure if it is a bass, like what I just did, I just ended up messing up my cast because I got ahead of myself. All you gotta do is just keep popping it, keep pulling, do like some bigger pulls instead of just pops. Just like that right there. We got us one. Off the rip. And it's not even a bad one. Right in the roof of the mouth. Oh, give me that lip. Ah, don't do that. Stop. I mean, just look at this absolute beauty. Alright, just got a nice big bass. Not too bad, probably close to a 2-pounder even. Rigging it back up. Just dead through the center. Nice wacky rig. And we're gonna see if we can get us a nice back-to-back cast. Oh, on the Wacky rig. 100% possible. Because the bass are freaking loving it right now. Especially this color. It's a little murkier in here. So this color is really giving them something they can see. And, you know, despite that fact that it's supposed to imitate a bait fish that's dying, they might not have any neon green bait fish in here, but, you know, they're still biting it. But I also do love a good shad color Senko on the Wacky rig. Had a lot of success on that as well. No fish on back cast, just some grass. But you can see it's some nicer, healthy stuff, not just mucus grass. So now I've talked a lot about casting straight down the bank with a Wacky rig, but this corner is shallow. And I have had some good luck casting out. That's what I would recommend, is casting down a bank maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times if needed. Get a good 2 or 3 casts down the bank before you walk there. Maybe like at different variations of distance from the bank. And then as you kind of move to where you were casting and move in that direction, do some cast straight out, because it's a little more rare for me that I've caught a fish on a Wacky rig casting straight out, but a good 2 or 3 casts straight out won't hurt you, and you can most definitely catch more fish that way, because you just got to let it sink a little bit more than you would bank fishing it. I think I felt a little bite. Might be grass. One thing you have to learn is, oh, I just got a bite. Oh, got a fish. Look at that. Look at that. Good 2 or 3 casts out. Can never hurt. And thank goodness, no fancy Wacky rig materials. Just a 4/0 hook. Big bass hitting the bank. Hey. Oh. And he just threw my worm off. I mean, look at that. Ow. Stop it. Look at that beautiful fish. Back-to-back cast, basically. There was, what, 1 cast in between those 2 fish I just caught? Did mess up my Wacky worm. So it is very costly. I've almost gone through this entire pack of lunker logs. But hey, the fish freaking love it. And I'm also loving it. This is just today. This was completely full when I started. This is how many worms we've used. And every one of these worms has caught a fish or 2. Because generally these Googans don't last as long as some other brands. This is Chartreuse Pepper with green Fleck 4-inch lunker log. Generally the Googans aren't known for their strength and durability, but they are very soft and very nice salted worm. They're just a little more tender than some other brands. So they don't last very long, maybe a fish or 2. Now the Strike King Ochos caught 4 fish on 1 before it ripped in half the other day. So very good soft plastic Senko, good Senko to use for a Ned rig. It was a 5-inch Ocho in the sexy shad color. So now that I've caught a few casting straight out, I'm resorting back to this bank because I'm moving down a little bit. So I'm going back and fishing out the bank. And already before I can tell, before I even get this thing close, I can tell that I have some sort of grass hooked. if we reel it up, you can see this teensy tiny little bit of grass I could feel on the spinning rod. It's most definitely a spinning rod lure, and I wouldn't throw it on anything other than a spinning rod. This I have is a Lose American Hero combo. It is a medium. It is a 7-foot medium. Oh my gosh, look at that. Holy crap. I lost my worm, but look at that. I didn't even start moving it yet. That fish completely bit off the drop. Holy crap. This is insane. That fish completely bit me off the drop. I mean, look at this wacky worm. No reeling is necessary. And gosh, she's so slippery. I can't get my hands on the line. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Stop that. Look at that pretty boar. Most definitely, I'd say probably it's a male. It's not very big. Very pretty though. Let's get him back in this water. Gorgeous. But make a nice straight out cast, even though, I mean, this is exactly the straight out I was casting in, because I just walked around the cove. They've had a little bit of time to rejuvenate in that area. And I guarantee you, there's one in there. Just gotta get this wacky rig in his face. Look at that right there. Oh no, my worm came off. Guys, darn it. I guarantee you there's one in there. Ow. There we go. Subdued little feller. Hook right in the bottom jaw. Not even in there that good. Look at that pretty little bird there. I'm gonna head back this way. Try to fish this cove we just came from. I think they've had enough time to rejuvenate back in this cove. Yeah, it's a big one. Oh. Might have been grass. Let's pull through it. I don't think it was a fish. I think I had some snack. A leaf or something. A lot of times, especially on a little lighter of a rod, you can feel a lot more vigorously. Oh my gosh, off the cast. Back in the cove where I just came from. I told you. God, my worm popped off. That was the last of my new lunker logs I had, and it's gone. I mean, come on. Off the drop. It's been about 17 minutes since I caught the last bass back down towards this cove. And I've already got me another one. Bye, buddy.